Well, hello there, girls and guys. It is time for the Love is in the Air holiday event. And I want to show you how to get the title entitled The Love Fool. I'm going to show you the opening quest line first. I'm going to show it to you on the Alliance, but it's almost identical for the Horde, and I will make notes on the screen of different quest names or different people that you need to turn the quest into. Now, my first suggestion would be to either do this holiday on a mage or do it with a mage. It has the ability to port you to your different faction capitals, and you'll see why that's important later. So you'll start out in either Stormwind or Orgrimmar. If you're in Stormwind, it's the Trade District. If you're in Orgrimmar, it's the Valley of Strength. The first quest that you're going to accept from either Detective Snap or Inspector Snip is Something Stinks, where you're going to go around to the different guards in your city and analyze the odors that are coming from them. Now you're going to turn in Something Stinks and accept step 2, which is Pilfering Perfume. You're going to be turned into a goblin and he's on auto run. You just need to run outside, right outside of the capital city, and there's going to be a bunch of crates with some other goblins standing around it. You run around the crates until they automatically throw you another crate, and you take that back over to either Snip or Snap and turn the quest in. You only have 2 minutes to do this though, so don't get distracted with anything else. Next, step 3, you're going to accept the quest Fireworks at the Gilded Rose, or if you're Horde, Snivel's Sweetheart. In Stormwind, you would go up to the second floor of the inn and talk to Marion, or if you're in Orgrimmar, you'd talk to Roka, who is in the little shop called Gotry's Traveling Gear. Turn the quest into either Marion or Roka. Step 4 is to accept the quest Hot on the Trail. You're first going to run into the bank, and this is the same whether you're in Stormwind or Orgrimmar. Run into the bank and he's going to stun you because you caught him being up to no good. And then you're going to run into the auction house and the same thing's going to happen. And then you're going to go over to the barber shop. After you've caught him in all 3 places, you're going to go back up to either Marion or Roka and turn in the quest Hot on the Trail. Step 5, either Marion or Roka are going to give you a quest called a Friendly Chat. Now this is when you need to go and talk to a goblin named Snivel. In Stormwind, he'll be standing by the boat docks. In Orgrimmar, he'll be standing by the zeppelins. You're going to go and have an automated conversation with him where you just click on the different responses. At the end of it, he's going to give you a ledger. After he gives you the ledger, you're going to go back to either Detective Snap in Orgrimmar or Inspector Snip in Stormwind and turn in the quest A Friendly Chat. At this point, the dailies should be open to you, and we're going to cover that in the next video, part 2. Now step 6 is to accept the quest Man on the Inside, but sometimes this gets bugged and you won't be able to accept it. That's okay though, it's just an extra quest telling you to go into the dungeon. You don't need to have the quest to be able to go into the dungeon, so simply queue for it, which is step 7, so that you can fight the holiday boss. There are 3 bosses in there, and they're all kind of a big team. You fight them at the same time. Step 8 is to actually complete the dungeon. Once you have defeated Hummel, a quest will pop up automatically with a greeting card. It's called Something is in the Air and it ain't love. It only happens on the first time that you run it. After going through the opening quest line, it'll pop up and then you go and turn that in. Now, step 9, this isn't really a step, it's just kind of a notation, is that Hummel can drop a necklace and it has a special use. Equip it and then you right click on it. It will give you the achievement, it just might save your life. This is an optional achievement, it's not needed for the Love Fool title, but it's kind of fun to get it anyway. Okay, so that's the end of the opening Crown Chemical Company questline. Now you're set up and ready to go do the dailies, as well as work on all of the required achievements to get the Loveful title. Thanks for watching part 1, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye! In this video, I'm going to show you all of the daily quests that you're going to do, along with 4 achievements that we're going to earn. The first thing that you want to do every day on every toon that you have, or until you get bored and decide that it's not worth the time anymore, is to do the daily holiday dungeon, and that will give you a chance to not only get a chance at getting the Love Rocket mount, but it'll also earn you love tokens, which you will need to have later on in this video to buy certain things to get the achievements. Now to begin with, we are going to start out in either Stormwind or Orgrimmar. I'm going to show you this on the Horde side first, so let's start out in Orgrimmar. You're going to accept the 3 daily quests that are offered here in your faction's main city. Once you've gotten all 3 quests, the first one that we're going to work on is to spray 10 NPCs or players with cologne or perfume. This is really simple, you just target them and spray the perfume at them. Then we'll go ahead and turn that one in. Now let's see it on the Alliance side. You're going to accept the same 3 quests, only instead of the gift for High Overlord Surfing, it's going to be a gift for the King of Stormwind. But don't worry about it, we're not going to do that one quite yet. So again, just like on the Horde side, we're going to go around and spray everybody. Okay, only 10 people, but spray these 10 people with perfume or cologne, and then turn this one in. Now, before we do anything else, you need to head over to a tavern or inn and buy a whole bunch of the strongest alcohol that you can find. It needs to be enough to get you completely smashed. Now we're going to work on the second daily quest, which is Crushing the Crown. From Orgrimmar, you can ride the Zeppelin, or you can take a portal to Undercity and fly over. If you're on Alliance, you can fly up from Ironforge, or if you have access to New Dalaran, you can take the Old Dalaran Crater portal and fly over from there. Basically, you just need to find a way to get to Pyrewood Village in Silverpine Forest. Now on the ground is going to be a quest, another daily quest, which will be the 4th daily quest. It's called Follow the Recipe. As soon as you see it on the ground, go ahead and accept that. Now we're going to work on the 2 quests that are Crushing the Crown and Follow the Recipe. You need to destroy the chemical cart. You also need to find the pieces of the recipes. There's 3 pieces, and 2 of them are in these little houses. Well, I guess this one's a chapel, technically not a house, but you get the idea, little buildings. And here's the other one. And then the other one will be outside, the 3rd one will be outside in the forest. Now go over to the forest and go ahead and kill everything that you possibly can think of. I found it the easiest to defeat them on my level. I believe she was like 72 or 73 Resto Druid. And the mobs were just the perfect difficulty versus easiness. I found that I was able to put dots on them, and then I could just stand in one place with my effervescence, as I call it, my magic mushroom out, and I would just stand there and just turn around in a circle and just put dots on everything, and they would die so much quicker. When I tried to do it on higher level toons, it took me a lot longer to take them down, and you can pause this if you want to read what I wrote on the screen. So in the 70s was the easiest that I found to do it, because you have access to a lot of the other places that lower level toons don't have, but you're not so high that they are scaled to your level to be super difficult and take a long time. So just kill until you have 120 lovely charms. You just basically have to do it on a toon that is high enough to be able to go to Northrend. If you're going to do this on more than one toon, you'll have to get all 120 on the toon that you're working on. You don't have to do it right here if you don't want to, but they drop from any honorable kill. It's just easiest to do it because I'm already here. So since these mobs here respawn really fast, it made it really quick. Just make sure that you get 120 charms. Once you've gotten 120, or you're bored of killing things, you need to head over to Undercity if you're Horde, or Ironforge if you're Alliance. I'm going to show you first on the Horde side. Once you get into Undercity, you're going to seek out the lovely merchant vendor location. He's in the upper part of the city, and you're going to accept the quest from him that is a gift for the Banshee Queen. You're also going to buy a handful of rose petals and one of any of the perfumes. This is why it was important that you did the holiday dungeon first, because you need to have at least 3 love tokens to buy these 2 items. Now we're going to go downstairs to find Jeremiah Payson. He's on the bottom floor in the center by the bank. Once you find Jeremiah, you're going to drink the alcoholic beverages until it says in the chat box that you are completely smashed. You have to be completely smashed. If it doesn't say that, then you're not drunk enough. So guzzle that on down. Now right click on the perfume that you purchased, and then targeting Jeremiah, throw the handful of rose petals on him by right clicking on the handful of rose petals in your bag. Type /kiss. This gives you the achievement, Flirt with Disaster. Now we're going to work on Nation of Adoration, so we just need to go and find Sylvanas. What we're going to do is right click on our stack of 120 lovely charms and turn them into lovely charm bracelets. Since each lovely bracelet takes 10 lovely charms, these 120 charms will give you 12 lovely bracelets. That's what you're going to need for the 3 days, dailies times 4 bracelets per day. Did that make sense? Math? No. Anyway, make Sylvanas a bracelet and then turn in the quest to her. Okay, so now we need to head over to Silvermoon City. You can take this orb straight from Undercity to Silvermoon City. And we're going to go over and accept the quest, A Gift for the Regent Lord of Kelthelis? I don't know how to say that. Anyway, grab that quest and then we're going to head back over to him. He's up where we portaled into. Turn that into him. But first, let me take a selfie. Sorry, lame. And now we need to go over to Thunderbluff. Once we're in Thunderbluff, we're going to go over and accept the daily quest, A Gift for the High Chieftain. Now we're going to go give a lovely charm bracelet to Bane Blowdove. And finally, we need to go back to Orgrimmar. You can portal over or you can fly over, whichever is easiest for you. Now it's time that we will turn in Crushing the Crown and follow the recipe. When you turn in Crushing the Crown for the first time, you get the achievement Dangerous Love. Okay, so now we're going to work on the final quest for Nation of Adoration, which is A Gift for the High Overlord Surfang. If you didn't take it or you accidentally dropped it, just run back over there to the vendor, pick it up again, and then let's go turn it in. We need to give him a bracelet too. And now that we've given all 4 bracelets away, we get the achievement Nation of Adoration. You'll repeat this process each day for 3 days. You'll only get the achievement once though. And time for a selfie. And now we're going to go on and do these on the Alliance side. So again, we are doing the same quests in Pyrewood Forest, and we're going to kill until we have 120 lovely charms. And remember, this is so that we can make 12 of the lovely charm bracelets. After you have your 120 lovely charms, and you've completed the quest, Crushing the Crown and follow the recipe, you have to go over to Ironforge. Make a quick stop over by the vendor, and you can buy your perfume and handful of rose petals. Don't forget, you had to have done the dungeon at least once before this so that you will have 3 love tokens available to buy these items. And another reminder, don't forget to buy the booze. We're going to work on Flirt with Disaster first. We need to find this dude who I don't know how to say his name, Saraz or something like that, and drink all of the alcohol until we get completely smashed. Then again, we're going to put on the perfume. And then we're going to throw the handful of love petals at him. type \kiss. And just like on the Horde side, we get the achievement, Flirt with Disaster. Just beware, it may take a little while for the booze to wear off. Now if you didn't already while you were at the vendor, make sure that you pick up the quest, A Gift for the Lord of Ironforge. And then we need to go and find him. He's in the center of the Great Forge, inside the high seat. So click on him, turn the quest into him, and hopefully you've already made your bracelets. If you haven't, don't forget to do that first. Now we need to go over to Darnassus, so you can either take a portal there if you're a mage, or you can take a boat from Stormwind and fly over. Go to the lovely merchant area and accept the quest, A Gift for the High Priestess of Elune. Turn in a bracelet to her, and now we're going to portal from Darnassus to Exodar. Once again, go to the lovely merchant area, accept the quest, A Gift for the Prophet, then go back down to where Prophet Velen is, give him a lovely bracelet, and now we need to go to Stormwind. Now if you are in Exodar, you could easily just take the portal to Hellfire Peninsula and then immediately to Stormwind. Once we're in Stormwind, we're going to go to Detective Snap and turn in the quest Crushing the Crown and follow the recipe. Now again, if it's your first time turning in Crushing the Crown, you will get the achievement Dangerous Love. Now we're going to turn and follow the recipe, and now we need to turn in the lovely charm bracelet to the King of Stormwind, who happens to be Anduin Wrynn right now. That'll give you the achievement Nation of Adoration on the Alliance side. So you can use these 12 bracelets that you've made for all 3 days of dailies. I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit later, but you either need to do all 3 days of dailies on one toon, or you can get it done in 2 days if you want to use one toon one day and then the other toon for 2 days. Once you've made the 12 lovely charm bracelets, you'll get the achievement Charming. So as I just mentioned, you can use one toon for 3 days or 2 toons for 2 days. But basically you need to have a minimum of 120 lovely charms to make 12 lovely charm bracelets and get the achievement Charming, as well as roughly 120 love tokens so that you can buy the items needed to do the other achievements. And that's the end of the Crown Chemical Company questline for the dailies, as well as the achievements Flirt with Disaster, Dangerous Love, Nation of Adoration, and Charming. Thanks for watching part 2 and stay tuned for part 3. Bye! Well, hello there girls and guys. Let's begin this video with a recap just in case you missed parts 1 and 2. So after each day of dailies, which you have to repeat at least 3 times, you should have 33 to 43 love tokens. You can probably get everything done in 2 days if you use 2 different toons to do the dailies. And the way that you would do that is you would do one toon for 2 days and then the other toon for 1 day. Or you can just use one toon and do it for all 3 days. You can also possibly get 5 to 10 love tokens dropped from the holiday boss and just get this done really quickly. So no matter how you do it, you should end up with more love tokens than you need. And then these extra can be used to buy pets or items for the optional achievements. It's always okay to have more than enough, but you have to have at least a minimum of 99 love tokens. And you may need up to 129. So step 31, at this point after 3 days of dailies, you should have around 120 love tokens. And if you don't, you're going to have to continue doing dailies until you do. But you can also proceed with the rest of the achievements while you're earning more love tokens and even split it up on multiple toons. Step 32 is time to go shopping. So head over to a lovely merchant in any of your capital cities and buy all of the things that I have on this list on the screen here. You're going to need each of the candy heart messages and each of the chocolates. That may take buying it more than once. Step 33 is now that you've made all the purchases, specifically right now we're working on 2 sets of Handful of Rose Petals. Let's go after the other achievements. Right now we're going to do Fistful of Love. So step 34 is to go around throwing handfuls of rose petals on all of these 8 race class combinations. I've listed this on your screen. You can also find it in your achievements tab. You want to get a Draenei Paladin, a Dwarf Hunter, a Gnome Warlock, a Human Death Knight, a Night Elf Priest, a Blood Elf Mage, an Orc Shaman, an Orc Death Knight, a Tauren Druid, a Troll Rogue, and an Undead Warrior. Now this process can take a while, so make sure that you give yourself enough time to complete it. I suggest working on it at the same time as you're working on the other achievements that I'm going to show you in the next 3 videos. It's going to take you the longest more than any other, so just make sure you give yourself enough time. The best ways to do it, as the same way with the other holidays where you have to do this sort of task, is to go to neutral cities like New Dalaran, Old Dalaran, Shatrath, Booty Bay, you know what I'm talking about, just any kind of neutral city. You also may have to go to kind of camp out at your enemy factions, different cities like Orgrimmar or the Troll leveling area, things like that if you're on Alliance. If you are on Horde, you may have to go and camp out at Dun Morog, or where the Ironforge is, Elwyn Forest outside of Stormwind, different places like that. And just want to be careful to make sure that you don't, get killed by the other enemy players, because you will automatically be flagged for PvP. So once you have done this and you've gotten all 11 of them, you will earn the achievement Fistful of Love. So that's it for this video, and I hope you all are having a great day, and I will see you in part 4. Bye. Hello again, girls and guys. Alright, so here we are in part 4. Step 35 is to head over to Blackrock Mountain in Burning Steppes, which is in Eastern Kingdoms. You're going to go to the dungeon Blackrock Caverns. You're just going to go through really quickly, just killing everything. Hopefully you are a high enough level to just be one-shotting things. If not, it may take you a few minutes longer. And you're going to fight your way to the second boss, who is Corla, Herald of Twilight, and she should drop the Bouquet of Red Roses. This will automatically give you the achievement, My Love is Like a Red, Red Rose. In step 36, you're going to head over to the lovely merchant vendor if you haven't already purchased these things, which I covered in the last video, and you're going to purchase 2 sets of the silver shafted arrows. Now make sure that it's not the true silver shafted arrow, because that's actually a battle pet. You want just the regular silver shafted arrow. And you need to get 2 sets of them so that you will get 10 total, because there's 5 in each set. Continuing with step 36, you're going to use the silver shafted arrow on 10 random tunes. It doesn't matter which ones, you don't have to look for specific races or classes, just any 10 random tunes. If you do this in a location where there's a lot of people, such as New Dalaran or Old Dalaran, it shouldn't take you long at all. And this will give you the achievement Shafted. Next, also from the lovely merchant vendor, step 37 is to buy 2 sets of love rockets. Once again, there are 5 in each set, so you need 2 of them for a total of 10. Now you're going to move the love rocket to your action bar or key bind it, and then you're going to point your camera down at the ground and spam the hotkey love rocket on the ground 10 times within a span of 20 seconds. This may sound like it's going to take a while, but it's actually really, really quick. And this gives you the achievement, the Rocket's Pink Flare. And that's it. That's the end of part 4 with the achievements My Love is Like a Red, Red Rose, Shafted, and the Rocket's Pink Flare. Stay tuned for part 5. Bye! Well, hello there, girls and guys. Welcome to part 5 of the Love is in the Air holiday event. Now, step 38 is if you haven't already bought them, like I showed you in part 3's video, you need to buy a bag of heart candies, a box of chocolates, and you may need to buy more than one of each because you do need one of each of the candy hearts and one of each of the 4 chocolates. You also need to buy a romantic picnic basket if you don't already have one in your toy box. However, if a friend already has one, you can sit at theirs instead. That'll save you 10 love tokens. Once you have bought all of those items, step 38 is to open the bag of heart candies and the box of chocolates as many times as needed until you have one of each type. Now I've listed the types that you need on the screen, and just open them until you have them all. Step 39 is to eat one of each type of the heart candies, and the messages are, "Be mine," "I'll follow you all around Azeroth," "All yours," "I'm all yours," "Hot lips," "You're mine," "You're the best," and "I love you." You can tell which message each heart candy has by hovering over it with your mouse, and it'll tell you on the screen tip. You also can open up your achievements page and track which ones you've gotten as you go along. That will help you keep track of which ones you still need and which ones are good and done. Once you have eaten one of each of the 8 types of heart candies, you'll earn the achievement, "Be Mine." For the next achievement, it's time to head over to Old Dalaran. Now that's the Dalaran that's in Northrend, not the one that's on the Broken Isles. Once you get there, step 40 is to go into your toy box and use the romantic picnic basket that you purchased. Then have a seat at it and ask another player or a friend to come and sit with you. If you don't already have this toy, it's actually a pretty cool one to have because you can use it at any time. It doesn't have to be just during the holiday. And it's kind of cute to be able to just sit down and relax with a friend. While you're sitting at the picnic, eat a Buttermilk Delight, which hopefully you got in one of your box of chocolates. And to end step 40, this will give you the achievement Lonely, which is to enjoy a Buttermilk Delight with someone in Dalaran at a romantic picnic during the Love is in the Air celebration. Step 41, while you're sitting there at your romantic picnic, you will now eat the other 3 types of chocolates, which are Dark Desire, Very Berry Cream, and Sweet Surprise. And the conclusion of step 41 is that this will give you the achievement Sweet Tooth. So that's it for part 5 and the achievements Be Mine, Lonely, and Sweet Tooth. We're almost done, so stay tuned for part 6. Thanks for watching. Bye. This is part 6, and we are going to finally get the I Pitied the Fool achievement and the title The Loveful. So step 42 is, if you haven't already done so, go to any lovely merchant vendor in any capital city and buy 5 Lovefuls. Now, these are not the sturdy love fools, just the regular love fools. Each one costs 10 love tokens for a total of 50, and I did want to note that while all the other achievements can be broken up into however many tunes you want, this one requires you to have 50 love tokens all on the same character, because you have to be able to do all 5 of the steps that you take with these love fools on one character in order to get the achievement. Everything else can be broken up between different characters that you have, but this one has to be done on one and one only. Step 43, we're going to begin by heading over to the PvP zone Winter Grasp in Northrend. It really doesn't matter what order you do this achievement in, I'm just going to show you the way that I did it, which may not be the most effective way. But anyway, you have to visit 5 different specific zones, and this is probably going to be the hardest achievement of all, because if you don't do PvP normally, you are going to have to go to PvP zones, which can be harder if you're not used to that. So, but anyway, so we'll go to this first one with Winter Grasp. All you have to do is put your love fool down on the ground and then target it and type /pity, and that's it. You will get the first part of the I Pitied the Fool achievement. Now we're going to go over to the Culling of Stratholme. Step 44 is to go all the way into the dungeon. Make sure that you're all the way in, and then once again, drop down your love fool, target it, and /pity. That's it. For step 45, we're going to head over to the old raid Naxxramas in Dragonblight in Northrend. All you have to do is go into the raid. You don't have to queue for this, just walk on in. And it doesn't really matter what level you are, as long as you are high enough to be able to go to Northrend. And you just walk in and drop the love fool on the ground, target it, /pity, and you're done. Super easy. You don't even have to fight anything. For step 46, we have to head over to the Battle Ring of Gurubashi Arena, which is located in the Cape of Stranglethorn in Eastern Kingdoms. Now this one I had a little bit of trouble with because the enemy faction was camping out and killing me as soon as I would try to go in and do the achievement, but after a few tries you get it. You just have to be quick. Or you can just, fight them back if you want to, but I don't have the gear to do that, so I didn't. And I'm dead. But it's okay, just res, come on back and try it again until you get it. It's not a big deal. Once you're back, quickly place the love fool on the ground, target it, and type /pity, and then get the heck out of there. For the last one, step 47, you must queue for the Arathi Basin Battleground. This is the only one that you absolutely have to queue for. You can't just walk in. And I believe it's a 10 on 10, if I remember correctly. So obviously you're going to come in here and you're going to want to fight to help your team because it is a small team, so they need every person to participate. But after that, in between fighting, you do need to go over to the blacksmith area so that you can drop down the love fool and pity him. And while you're trying to do this, the enemy faction is probably going to try to prohibit you from doing it because, it wouldn't be PvP if they were nice. Anyway, so I will be honest, and I died a lot of times trying to get this done because I'm not a PvPer and I have really bad gear and I just don't know how to do PvP. So anyway, I cut out all of that from the video to save time. In the blacksmith building, I need to quickly drop the love fool and target it and pity it, and then I will get the achievement I Pitied the Fool, as well as, since this was the last one, I got Full for Love, which gave me the title, The Love Fool. Now we're going to go out of here, I'm going to put on my title, we're going to go through a rundown of all of the different achievements needed. Okay, so these are all the different achievements that we have gotten in these 6 parts of these videos that I've made. I'll just go down the list. We have Sweet Tooth, which was to sample each of the 4 different chocolates. We got Lonely, which was to enjoy a buttermilk delight with someone in Dalaran in a romantic picnic basket. We got Shafted, where we shot 10 players with silver shafted arrows. We got Charming, in which we created 12 lovely charm bracelets. We got I Pitied the Fool, which we pitied the love fool in 5 different locations that were PvP. We got the Rocket's Pink Glare, in which we shot off 10 love rockets within the span of 20 seconds or less. We got Fistful of Love, where we threw handfuls of rose petals on 11 different race class combinations. We got Dangerous Love, where we did the daily quests over in Silverpine Forest. We got Flirt with Disaster, where we put on our best perfume, we got drunk, and we kissed and throw handfuls of rose petals on either Saraz or Jeremiah. We got Be Mine, in which we sampled all 8 of the different heart candies. We got My Love is Like a Red Red Rose, where we obtained the bouquet of red roses from the boss in the dungeon. We got Nation of Adoration, where we took gifts of lovely charm bracelets around to all of our faction leaders. We got Tough Love, where we defeated the bosses in the Shadowfang Keep. And then there are these optional achievements, which I've gotten 3 of, but not all 4. They aren't required for the Love Full title, but you are more than welcome to get them if you want, if you're just an achievement hunter. And they are Lovely Luck is on your side, It Might Just Save Your Life, Permapetal, and Love Magnet. And so this completed the Love is in the Air festival. We are now a Fool for Love. We completed all of the achievements, and there were 12 different achievements, and we got the title The Love Fool. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.